National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. I'm Scott Manziera, and we have a good matchup for you tonight. Cal Poly D3 taking on Grand Valley State D3. And if you're just tuning in, you missed the longest game in NCRHA history here at the National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships in Fargo, North Dakota. A 5-overtime thriller where Grand Valley State's Division I team defeated Arizona State to advance to their first Final Four in school history. So I don't know if we're going to be able to beat that, but we will sure try, as local time is past midnight. It's 12:11 here from Fargo, North Dakota, as the puck has dropped, and here come the Mustangs. Quick shot, save is made and not covered as Cal Poly knocks it loose. So Cal Poly, the Mustangs, came here all the way from California, obviously, just their D3 team. And Grand Valley obviously has the D1 team here as well. So holding the puck for Grand Valley State, Jeremy Schmaltz brings it behind the net. Both teams still moving very quickly as they had to wait around. I believe I saw Grand Valley and Cal Poly waiting outside to come in the third period with about 2 minutes to go. So add 5 overtimes to that, basically almost 2 games more, as how long they've been standing around waiting to play this game. And credit to Grand Valley, watch them do some dry land into the corner to get nice and loose, make sure everything was loose. But again, that was back on around 9:45 local time as well. Here comes a chance from Grand Valley, gets chopped, and now a delayed penalty coming from Cal Poly. As the player for the Mustangs that is heading to the box is Corey Kiviharu. So Kiviharu is heading to the box for 2 minutes, and we'll get to see Grand Valley's power play at work here early. As Bless, the PA announcer, the same one that called this last 5-overtime thriller. Shout out to Brian, as he is going to be with us for the duration of this contest as well. And a quick power play goal coming on the stick of Jeremy Schmaltz. He gets the rebound and put back, and Grand Valley waves their flag, and they are up 1-0 just a minute and 33 seconds in. So 1-0 Grand Valley State here with 10:25 to play in the first period. My man Brian on the PA wasn't even able to announce the penalty against Kiviharu, but I believe it was a rough. Save made by Magyesi. And the faceoff is in the Grand Valley zone. Holding it behind the net for Grand Valley is Budai, as he moves the puck up and into the middle. He's on the rush very quickly. Some tangling up, and the man falling down is Lessard. Here come the Mustangs. Into the slot, onto the backhand, and he tries to roof it. We don't know where the puck is. And it is underneath the goalie, Magyesi. No goal for Cal Poly. On that chance is Marley Stallings along with Scott Vernacchia. So Grand Valley wins the faceoff back. It goes over to Budai with 9:45 remaining in the first. Mustangs will set up behind their own net. As a firing a shot, and on net is Mendoza. The save is made by Magyesi. Trying to chip it up, and they do, is Grand Valley. Here they come on a 2-on-1. trying to make a move in center. They do. Gets in the backhand. No shot is attempted and brought it back out is Guthrie, or Guthrie rather. As the Lakers hold the puck in their own zone. Trying to break out. Lakers have a very deep bench here on this D3 team, as well as Cal Poly. I don't think anyone can be as tired as the players that just played in this Arizona State Grand Valley thriller. So 5 overtimes was 8 periods, 2 2/3 games they just played for 1 game and a berth in the Final Four for Grand Valley. Incredible, incredible game. As Grand Valley battles it in the neutral zone. Some contact with him and McMullen. And now it comes back to Grand Valley. Grand Valley in close. It's a forehand shot, and it's in. Michael Cavatello. What a beautiful goal as he works it from the backhand onto the forehand and wraps it around as Grand Valley now leads 2-0. So the Lakers won their last game over Slippery Rock by a score of 7-2. And now they lead here early by 2 goals. This season they went 10-2 as well. As the Mustangs have a chance. Shot goes wide. And it's back to the Lakers. Over to Zeisenen. Zeisenen holds it in the corner. Throws it off the back of the boards and brought up by Breams. Breams passes it to Nielsen. And now Nielsen shoots it off the post, and it nearly goes in. Comes back out. And now here comes Cal Poly. Onto the backhand. Good defensive play by the Lakers defenseman. Now it's over to McMullen. As Grand Valley holds it behind their net. We're approaching the halfway mark of the first period. And Pool B matchup in Division III as Grand Valley breaks it out. It's Zeisenen. As Cal Poly had 5 guys out there and they got away with it. No call was made. Firing a shot into the glove of the Grand Valley goaltender, Megiesi. He makes the save. So 6:14 to go in the first. 12:19 is the local time here. The latest starting to a game so far in these National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. This game was scheduled to start at 10:45.
Yes, scheduled.
That's when it was scheduled to start. So if you're a little behind, we had an 8 overtime game earlier. 5 overtime, 8 periods games rather. As here come the Lakers on the far side boards. Good play by the Mustangs, and then the Lakers shoves a Mustang down. No call for coming. And now back over to the Lakers. Gets it on his forehand. That's Guthrie. As now it goes back to the Mustangs. Back to Stallings. Here comes Stallings through the middle of the rink. He gets in front of the net, fires a shot, and it goes off the glass. And it's held behind the net by Budai as Grand Valley breaks out. It's Tinaglia. Now over to Guthrie. Guthrie fires a shot, and it's saved and smothered by the Cal Poly goaltender, Matthew Dodds. So 5:14 remains in the first of this Pool B matchup between Grand Valley and Cal Poly. As Schmaltz one of the goal scorers for Grand Valley, brings it back and quarterbacks this breakout. Cal Poly in a man-to-man defense. They are in the black uniforms with their logo on the front as they intercept this pass. Good spin-around move, open in the slot. He walks in, loses the puck. And Grand Valley retains possession. Now it's back over to Cavateo. Lakers have a collision with Mendoza. On the near side boards, Mendoza comes up with it. Now it's a 2-on-1. Here's Mendoza and Peterson. Mendoza fires a shot, and it goes wide. Kept back in by Cal Poly. Mendoza passes it back, and it goes all the way back to his own zone to Kiwi Haryu. So 4:13 to go as Cal Poly will set up their breakout. And here they come. Coming down the near side boards, it's dropped back over to Peterson. Peterson gets it on his stick and fires a shot, and another save made by Megiesi. As both teams will make line changes. We'll have a face-off in the Grand Valley zone. And it's won by Cal Poly as they control it behind the net. Backhand, and Megiesi swallows it up, but the puck is loose and picked up by a Laker as they transition to offense. They fire a shot towards the net off the pad and into the corner where there's a board battle. Grand Valley picks it up. It's Zeissenen. Over to Sims. Sims tries to put it back, and nearly a breakaway coming from the Lakers. If not for Maxim Frankel, they would have had one. Has a shot, and it gets blocked and goes wide. As a hand pass made by Grand Valley, tried to get slick with it and go behind the back. The referee saw it and blew the whistle with 3:16 to go in the first. As in the game versus Slippery Rock, Grand Valley outshot Slippery Rock 35-23. The top three stars, Michael Cavateo with 3 goals, no assists. Wesley Guthrie with 2 goals and no assists. And Anthony Benvenuti, who had 21 saves and a .913 save percentage. And net tonight for Grand Valley is Zachary Megiesi. As Benvenuti sits on the bench for Grand Valley. He's in a cowboy hat. As Cal Poly retains possession in their own zone. The clock is not running right now, and I'm not sure if anyone has noticed it. And now he finally flips it on. I think he heard me. So 3:09 to go in the first. Well, I'm unsure how much time will come off as they'll address it at the next whistle break, but I gotta think at least a minute. Like I said, Brian, working the PA, just worked an 8-period game that lasted 2.5 hours, the longest in National College Roller Hockey Championship history. As well, this is the late game. Firing a shot for Cal Poly. Save made by Megiesi. Now here's a one-timer from Stallings, and it gets by him. Now here comes Cal Poly. Cal Poly in, and the shot goes off the leg pad of Guthrie. And now he forechecks behind the net and goes to Polikowski. As another board battle goes on behind the net, it's picked up by Vernakia and shoved down by Budai, and Guthrie pays it off the boards. Here comes Guthrie along with Lessard. Lessard makes a move, fires a shot, and nails it off the post. He gets his own rebound, goes down. He's on the ground still trying to play it, and the puck gets covered. And there's some shoving going on after, as both teams are shoving each way. Nothing seems to come from it. But I believe The scorekeeper blew the horn, trying to figure out the time situation. So we'll see how much time they deduct, but like I said, I would assume around the minute mark. So they're actually only going to make it 20 seconds. As it's 2-0 in the first period. It's been all Grand Valley State so far. Cal Poly in on a chance. And the chance goes wide. Good play made by McMullen. Better defense from the Lakers. That was Polikowski on it. Here come the Lakers down the far side board. Skating in is Schmaltz as he gets pickpocketed by a great back check from the Mustangs. Some friendly fire by Grand Valley knocks the net off the pegs, and here comes Cal Poly. One-timer save made by Megiesi. 52 seconds to play in the first period. Again, if you're just tuning in, the game was expected to start at 10:45. The puck didn't drop until 12:13. Cal Poly brings it back into their own zone. A heavy forecheck by the Lakers. Polikowski on it. And now back behind the net to the Mustangs. .30 seconds remaining in the first period. Now here comes Cal Poly. And he gets poked away. Liuzzi throws it back out. And here come the Mustangs. Firing a shot, and it goes wide. Was Jake Mandel. Now Cal Poly circles back in the zone, and he fires a shot. Jared McMullen beats Megiesi just underneath the glove to cut the lead in half with 4.5 seconds remaining in the first period. A great shot to be able to beat him far side, a tough angle. And now Cal Poly only trails by 1 here at the end of the first. Face-off won by Cal Poly, trying to get one more shot. Backhand goes towards the net, but it goes wide. So after 1, Grand Valley leads Cal Poly 2-1. We'll be back with the second period in just a few moments. This is Roller Hockey Live, and you're listening to the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
This broadcast of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships has been brought to you by Mission NLS,
built for the next generation.
Bauer Hockey,
the game starts here.
Fargo Moorhead Convention and Visitors Bureau and Fargo Parks District.
Fargo, north of Normal. Find out more at fargomoorhead.org.
Inline Warehouse.
Pro Shop service at warehouse prices.
Subway.
Eat fresh.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wings, beer, sports.
Nine Dragons.
Voted best Chinese restaurant in Fargo Moorhead.
Slapshot Pizza and Subs.
Celebrating 40 years of serving you the very best.
Fargo Billiards and Gastropub.
You've got to see this place.
Stay tuned for more 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championship action coming up next.
Back into action here from Southwest Youth Ice Arena in Fargo, North Dakota for a second period as Cal Poly has cut the lead in half. And it's 2-1 as the second period puck drops. Face-off won by Cal Poly, but brought back into the Grand Valley zone. As Breams holds it behind the net. And getting tripped behind the play as play will continue. No penalty being called. Breams will chip it off the boards. Now he gets tripped down. This time there will be a penalty and a power play for the Lakers. So against Cal Poly, 2 minutes for tripping. Grand Valley State heads to the power play. That penalty will go against Scott Vernacchia. 2 minutes for tripping at the 11:35 mark in the second period. Grand Valley State wins the back. And it goes over to Polikowski. He holds it for this Grand Valley State team at the point. He shifts over, changes positions, and aims for the top right corner, and it goes just wide. Now it's Cavateo. He fires a shot, gets blocked, gets his own rebound, and fires another one, and just wide. Now it's Polikowski behind the net. Gets over to Jeremy Schmaltz. Schmaltz up the sideboards. Gets it to Soderling. As he walks in, he winds up, decides to pass it. Now it's held by Cavateo. Cavateo across to Soderling. And behind the net. Firing a shot for the Lakers as Cavateo, and it's blocked again. 1:13 remaining on the power play. This time it's tipped by a Mustang, and the puck gets saved by Dodds. So Cal Poly will make a wholesale change. 3 new players out there after 50 seconds of penalty killing. And it's 2-1. Grand Valley State with the lead. As the puck comes back, picked up by Polikowski. Fake one-timer coming from Newman. And he gets sent out. Actually gets sent into the Grand Valley State bench. I don't believe it hit anybody as their head coach is the only one without a helmet. Well, actually, and their backup goaltender, Anthony Benvenuti. He's wearing the cowboy hat. But it was closer to the coach coming out of play as the faceoff will stay in the offensive zone. It's controlled by Polikowski. At the point, 50 seconds to go in this power play. As good puck movement by the Lakers. Waiting to get a shooting lane, and he does, and the shot goes wide and stays in the zone of Cal Poly. Here comes Polikowski. He walks in. And switching spots with Cavateo. Oh, one-timer in front for Schmaltz, and he fans on it. Now it's Cavateo. He comes in the face-off dot, loses the puck, and it's picked up by the Mustangs. Here comes Cal Poly, one-on-one. Goes to the outside, fires a shot. Lake save made by Magyesi. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Well, they get one more shot. He throws one towards the net, and it's knocked away by Liuzzi. Power play over. Even strength for Cal Poly. And it's taken away by Schmaltz. He looks for his man in front. He finds him, and then gets poked away and knocked into the Cal Poly netminder. And it's now chipped back in. As the goalie, Matthew Dodds, seems to have an injury, the referee will blow the whistle. I do not see a backup goaltender for Cal Poly as Dodds takes his helmet off. Seems to be all right as he puts it back on, and we hope he is. As he stands back up, seems to shake it off and be okay. Anytime the man runs into you like that, 2 guys fell on top of him, it cannot feel good. As Grand Valley chips it back in, over to Budai. Brings it into his own zone to regroup on offense. Here come the Lakers. Forecheck coming hard by Cal Poly. Going all the way down is Kiwi Haryu. Now trying to center the pass, and he does. And the puck is missed by Tina Glia. Now here come the Mustangs. Going far and outside. Goes off the pillow of Magyesi and to the sideboards. Now it's behind the net. And bringing it out is Guthrie. Here comes Guthrie and Newman. Newman fires one wide. And it's picked up by Cal Poly. And Peterson. He's holding it as he tries to center it. Pass gets there. And back to Peterson, going 5-hole, and a good save made by Megiesi with 8 minutes to play in the second period. Guthrie throws it back around over to Budai, and he holds it behind the net. Cal Poly gets a quick line change in, as they are still in man-to-man defense, providing some pressure on the forecheck. That's Mendoza in on Budai. Budai beats it, passes it up to Tina Glia and over as Ryan McMullen picks it up and breaks it out for the Mustangs. He's got the gold laces on. He fires a shot and it's blocked by a Laker. This time they clear it out and the Mustangs will go back and regroup while Grand Valley State takes a line change. Here come the Mustangs as they bring it back, and it's Maxim Frenkel. Goalie tells Frenkel he's got time. Not a lot of pressure coming from Grand Valley as now it closes in on him as soon as they get out of behind the net. And here comes Stallings. He throws it to front. And it's knocked away. Rebound attempt. Kick save made by Megiesi, as that was impressive. Stallings still hanging on to it for Cal Poly. Trying to keep the pressure on. They trail 2-1 halfway through this hockey game. Now it goes to Breams. He throws it off the boards and it's picked up by the Mustangs. They fire a shot, blocked by Breams. Now the Mustangs attacking again, centering, and a blocker save made by Megiesi. And this time, the Grand Valley rather, Dan Nielsen fires it off the middle pole and out of play as we'll have a stoppage. 5:57 to go in the second period. Here come Grand Valley. Carl Soderling comes to a stop as Cavateo tries to get it, but here come the Mustangs. Mustangs are led by Kiwi Haryu. He fires one, puck blocked by the Lakers as the coach for the Mustangs is yelling, set it up. And it comes into the Mustang zone. Back over to Grand Valley as he shoots it around. Back to Cavateo. As Schmaltz makes a nice move. Comes to a stop. And throws it up to Soderling. He's on a push. He comes around. Makes a spin move. Gets to the backhand and then poked away. As it goes back to Cavateo. He gets to the front of net. Firing shot goes wide. Nearly hits the referee in the corner. Now it's back to Cavateo. Makes a nice deke as he moves into the slot. He fires a shot. Hits the goalie in the chest. That's Dodds, and his own man hits him. I think they said that Grand Valley's player pushed him into it. As Dodds heads off, we'll have a power play short coming. And they do. So Cal Poly will head to the power play, but Dodds gets to the bench and rips his helmet off, gets down on his knees, and is holding on to his forehead. As he gets some water from his coach. It's going to be 2 minutes against Carl Soderling. Waiting to see what the call is. As Cal Poly gets a chance on the power play. with 4:35 to play in the second offensive zone faceoff for the Mustangs to the right of the goalie, Megiesi, as it's won back by the Mustangs. And they set it up. They're in a box-style power play. As it's moved to the top, over to McMullen. So the penalty on Soderling will be 2 minutes for roughing, as Grand Valley scored on their power play a chance earlier. See if Cal Poly can do the same. As McMullen brings it back in the zone for Cal Poly. Now it's to McMullen. They're trying to tell McMullen to go down low to set up the box. And now it's over to McMullen. McMullen to McMullen. Ryan over to Jared. And now in a backhand shot. Rebound comes in for Stallings, but the save is made by Megiesi. And we're halfway through this power play. 58 seconds to go for Cal Poly. Local time here in Fargo, North Dakota, 12:42, as this one's knocked out of play. There will be a game tomorrow night starting at around midnight, but this game was supposed to start at 10:45 local time. As they even switched the referees after the last game. As normally the referees would have closed out the night. As it goes over to Mandel. He gets it poked away by Breams, and now Grand Valley shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Cavateo as he gets pushed out of the way and into the boards by McMullen. So it's a 4-on-2 coming in for Cal Poly. It's Stallings. He dekes through two Lakers, and then it gets poked out as McMullen fires a shot, and it gets tipped out of play. 21 seconds remaining in the 2-minute rough against Soderling. Comes back to McMullen. And now it's Jared McMullen. Over to Mandel. He fires a shot and beats Megiesi on the glove side with 9 seconds to go in the power play to tie this game up at 2. So Grand Valley gets the first 2 in the first, and now Cal Poly gets 1 in the second to tie it up, as they have scored the last 2 goals in this one. Cal Poly's first goal came with 4.5 seconds to go in the first period. This one comes at the 2:45 mark. As their man falls down, here comes a chance for Grand Valley back door, and it's poked away by the defenseman for the Mustangs. Now this one caught out of midair. It's Sims. He sends it back to Budai. Now across to Guthrie. Guthrie puts it on his backhand, skates through. Getting guarded by Peterson. Comes the far side boards, takes it to the backhand, and comes to a stop behind the net. A little contact, as he had 2 goals for this Lakers team last game. Now it's Grand Valley. Here comes Sims. And he fires one at the net. Save made by Dodds. And if you could hear in the background the Let's Go Lakers, that's the Grand Valley D1 team supporting the D3 team here, just like the D3 team did for them. If you didn't get a chance to see Arizona State and Grand Valley, you must go back and rewatch it. Outstanding action on and off the ice. Great crowd. And one of those things was the Grand Valley D3 team being interactive for the D1 team, always firing them up. So D1 is repaying the favor with 1:43 to go in the second period. Cal Poly controls it in the offensive zone. Comes over to Mendoza. He fires one from behind the center line, gets a tip, and it goes wide as he gets poke checked away, and it will go to Budai. Here comes Budai down the center of the rink. He passes it over to Sims. Sims fires a shot wide. And it comes back to Budai. And a good save made, and now it goes back to McMullen for Cal Poly as we approach the 1 minute mark left in the second period. It's intercepted by Sims. Sims chips it back. Now it comes in for Nielsen. It's taken away by McMullen. Here comes McMullen. He's streaking down the near side boards. He's flying in, and a shot goes off of Guthrie's leg. And coming into the boards for the Lakers. Now the pass tips off Guthrie's stick and back in. And he shoots it back into the zone as we'll see a board battle. It's McMullen in for the Mustangs. He comes out with it and sends it back to Stallings. Winding up, and a shot from Cal Poly with 23 seconds to go here in the second period. Now we got a board battle in the corner. Chipping it around is Vernacchia. And staying with it is McMullen. 8 seconds to go in the second period. McMullen trying to get one more shot for Cal Poly. Here comes a shot from Stallings, a rebound. And nothing comes from it. As after 2 periods, we are all tied at 2. We'll be back in just a moment for period 3 as you're listening to Roller Hockey Live.
The 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships has been brought to you by Mission NLS.
Built for the next generation.
Bauer Hockey.
The game starts here.
Fargo Moorhead Convention and Visitors Bureau and Fargo Parks District.
Fargo, north of Normal. Find out more at fargomoorhead.org.
Inline Warehouse.
Pro Shop service at warehouse prices.
Subway.
Eat fresh.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wings, beer, sports.
Nine Dragons.
Voted best Chinese restaurant in Fargo Moorhead.
Slapshot Pizza and Subs.
Celebrating 40 years of serving you the very best.
Fargo Billiards and Gastropub.
You've got to see this place.
Stay tuned for more 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championship action coming up next.
Back into action here on the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships as both teams get set for the third period. We've got a tie game, and it's been a good one so far. And for those of you wondering if we're going to see 5 overtimes in this one like we did in the last one, it cannot happen. This is still pool play, and it's Pool B for the Division III, so the overtime rules are as the following. It'll be 3-on-3 for 4 minutes, and then we'll go into a 3-man shootout. And that is if we get to overtime, as we have this entire period to play. And anything can happen as Schmaltz holds it for Grand Valley State. Man-to-man defense from the Mustangs, staying close to their man. And now the home run pass comes down the rink, and it's picked up by Liuzzi and knocked away by Cavateo. Now Cavateo has it. More board battles happening. Now it's picked up by Polakowski. Kowski goes to his backhand, and it's picked up now by Frankel. Here comes the Mustangs. Now it's over to McMullen. Jared McMullen shoots it right at Soderling, and he just eats that puck up and then gets out on the breakout. Cavateo takes a shot, and it hits Dodds, and now the Grand Valley State goalie gets hit, and it goes right after him is Vincent Liuzzi as he holds him in a headlock. And then we're seeing an argument down on the floor as the Mustangs Carl Soderling is pleading that he was pushed into Matthew Dodds, and now Dodds has been hit 3 times this game by a member of Grand Valley State. I didn't see if somebody pushed into him. It was moving very quickly. So I'm not sure whose side to be on here. I'm on Dodd's side, and I'm sorry to see that he keeps getting beat up by members of his own team and the other team, just people running into him. He has been a warrior back there for the Mustangs. But nonetheless, it's a 4-on-3 now for Cal Poly as they move to the power play and an offensive zone faceoff as now everyone adjusts down. So it'll be a 2-minute rough against Carl Soderling as the Mustangs move to the power play. Taking the faceoff for them is Mandel. He wins it back to Vernacchia. They move it around. Looks like they might be moving to a diamond. Now it's Ryan McMullen. One-timer coming in, and it goes wide. Picked up by Stallings. Stallings back up to McMullen. Goes D to D over to Mandel. And the penalty against Soderling will actually be goaltender interference and not roughing. As behind the net has is Zaysonen. Picked up by the Mustangs. And now it's Ryan McMullen behind the net. As Jared was calling for it, and he'll pass it up to Mandel. Mandel running the point. He fires a shot and off the post and in. Give the goal to Jake Mandel as he shoots it over McYessie's left glove and into the back of the net off the post. A power play goal for Cal Poly at the 1:12 mark of the power play and the 9:56 mark of the third period. And now Cal Poly with 3 unanswered goals, and they lead for the first time tonight. Face-off won by the Mustangs and brought back by McMullen as he's seeing a lot of forecheck. And we have another penalty. It's going to be a slash, this time against Remy Lassard. So Cal Poly just scored 47 seconds into their last power play, and they get a chance to go to work again. This time the face-off is going to the left of the goalie, McYessie. A similar lineup out there as Mandel wins the face-off and gives it over. Thinks about giving it over to McMullen, decides to hang on to it as they set up 2 guys in front for this Cal Poly power play. It's Stallings now down low as there's a lot of contact going on in front of the net. Over to Mandel. Mandel fires a shot. He just scored in the last one. The shot is blocked by Budai and then cleared out of the zone. As Dodds hits it back up to McMullen. 1:30 remains on this power play. Here comes Ryan. Ryan shoots it. And a good save made by McYessie. And attempted to be cleared by Cavateo. Now another shot from Mendel. And it's swallowed up. No rebound attempts coming from McYessie. As Stallings will make a change along with Guthrie and Budai. So some fresh legs out there for both teams. Mandel loses the faceoff this time, and here comes the Lakers shorthanded. It's Vernacchia on their forehand. He gets defended against by 4 Mustangs, and he still nearly comes out with the puck. Relentless forecheck, great play by Michael Cavateo. Here comes Ryan McMullen and the Cal Poly Mustangs. Over to Jared McMullen. He fires a shot. Good save by McYessie. 40 seconds remain in this power play. 8:24 remaining in the third period. Cal Poly leads 3-2. And Polikowski moves it D to D and sends it all the way out. But Dodds sends it back in. The goalie for Cal Poly. Now Ryan McMullen, coach trying to set up the power play from the bench, telling everyone where to go. Mandel fires it in. Rebound attempt stuffed by McYessie. Another outstanding save by him on this power play. So just 12 seconds left until even strength for Grand Valley State. In a 3-2 hockey game with 7:59 to play. as Mandel controls it. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Will they get one more shot? He passes it along. Now it's back to Mandel. We got even strength. Over to McMullen. No one has the man out of the box, and he fires one. It's a loose puck. It's still loose, and now covered by McYessie. Good job by the referee to get in position to see that that puck had not been covered, and so McYessie covered it. .7:38 remaining in the third period. Face-off won by Grand Valley State and controlled by Zasanen. As now it's Stallings. He steals it away. Tries to go up the sideboards, doesn't get enough on it, and it's taken by Grand Valley State. Here come the Lakers. Down the far sideboards, trying to throw it on net. Shots blocked. And now it stays behind the net, and Nielsen tries to go up the boards, and it's picked off by Cal Poly. There's a collision on the sideboards between Frankel and Nielsen, and it comes back to Stallings. 7 minutes remaining in the third period. Here comes Cal Poly. He fires a shot. McYessie makes the save. So after the first period, Grand Valley had a 2-1 lead. And then Cal Poly added one more in the second, and they've added another one here in the third to have a 3-2 lead. 6.5 to play as it's knocked away by Stallings and sent around. Knocked up by Liuzzi. Now here comes Grand Valley State. They move it into the zone. Stalling knocks it out. Picked up by Zasanen. As Grand Valley State sets up their breakout. Here they come. Up the top sideboards. Winds up and fakes the shot. Good play by Gavateo. He still hangs on to the puck. Goes behind the net, passes it to himself, and then poke checked away by Kiviharju. Now Stallings chips it up to himself. It's a 2-on-1 for Cal Poly. That puck rolls on him. And it's stopped by Sims. Rather, that's Serafini. Forecheck still relentless by the Mustangs. All the way in behind the net. Coming by Vernacchia. Now it's picked up by Kiviharju. Thinks about going for the wraparound, the backhand. And it's stopped by the Lakers. Now Zasanen holds it, passes it through the crease over to Serafini, and he shoots it all the way down where it's met by a Laker, and it hops right over his stick. Now here's a board battle. It's chipped up by McMullen. So McMullen on a 3-on-2 now. He hands it back. Mendoza in on it, gets to the forehand, gets to the backhand, and then ends up on a Mustang stick. Nick Peterson extends the lead to 4-2. With 4:45 to play in the third. What a sequence of events for the Mustangs. As it was like a tic-tac-toe from McMullen to Mendoza, and then it found Peterson's stick on a bounce off the pad of McYessie. And now we'll see a timeout for Grand Valley State with 4:45 to play in the third. We'll take a short break and be right back here. You're listening to Roller Hockey Live on the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
The National Collegiate Roller Hockey Association would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Mission NLS,
Built for the next generation.
Fargo Moorhead Convention and Visitors Bureau and Fargo Parks District.
Fargo, north of Normal. Find out more at fargomoorhead.org.
Subway,
Eat fresh.
Nine Dragons,
Voted best Chinese restaurant in Fargo Moorhead.
Fargo Billiards and Gastropub,
You've got to see this place.
and the CJ Sports Network.
the official audio provider of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
This is the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships, presented by Mission Hockey and Bauer Hockey.
Welcome back into the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. I'm Scott Manziera here in Fargo, North Dakota, as there's 4:45 remaining in a 4-2 hockey game as Cal Poly extends their lead to 2 goals. As Pulikowski is out there for Grand Valley State. 4:35 remains in this one. Mendoza loses his stick, and Grand Valley State has an odd man rush. Here comes Pulikowski. On the top of the faceoff dots, back door. It was open, and the pass was just about stretched to the reach of Cavateo's arms as he pokes it through. Gets the puck back on his stick, has a little bit of space, fires it in front, and just past Lessard, who was trying to make a tip, and brought back by Grand Valley State. As now there's 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Here's Grand Valley State. Up the near side boards. Jacob Pulikowski fires it in the slot, and the save made by Dodds. And then immediately Cal Poly chips it out. Pulikowski gets a stick on it and ends up in the Mustang stick. Now it's Mandel. He's got one this game, and he fires it off the post. Went right underneath Meg Yessie's pad. 3:30 to play. Here comes a shot in from Cavateo, and I don't think Dodds saw that. And went over his head. Now Cavateo trying to get in the front of the net, picked up by Mandel. And a 2-on-1 for Cal Poly. Here they come, firing a shot, 5-hole, and it goes wide. Now here comes Grand Valley State. It's Guthrie. And he fires a shot. Back door for Guthrie, and it goes wide. 3 minutes to play in the third period. Cal Poly leads 4-2. And the Mustangs bring it back, as that's what their coach is pleading to do. Bring it back, possess the puck. As the clock is your friend when you have the lead. The Mustangs are still pressing forward. Here they come, firing a shot. Save made by McYessie and covered. Shot came from Jared McMullen. 2:35 to play in the third. A whole line sail change. For Cal Poly with 2:35 to play. Offensive zone face-off for the Mustangs. It's won by Grand Valley State. As it's Budai. 2:20 to play in the third period. Grand Valley State needs 2 goals. Here they come. Right down the near side board. It's Budai getting guarded by Stallings. Stallings whacks again. Gets the puck away from Budai, and he gets it back. Now it's taken away by Stallings, and it's a 2-on-1. Stallings and Vernacchia. Here he comes, coming in. Fires a shot, save made by Meg Yessie. Big save to keep it a 2-goal game here with 2 minutes to play. Here on the Mission Rink. As 5-hole, good stop by McYessie, and it's held behind the net by Schmaltz. Back to Budai, or rather that's Pulikowski. He falls down. 50-50 goes to Grand Valley State. Passed up to Lessard. Now there's a board battle. Time is ticking. 1:35 remaining in the third. Grand Valley State has already used their timeout. 1:27 to play now. Pass is chipped ahead, but intercepted by Schmaltz, and then he has a collision with a Mustang, and it was incidental, as there will be no call. Stallings wins this one, brings it into the zone with 1:10 to go. Wraps it around the net. We'll be watching to see if the puck gets cleared, if Grand Valley pulls their netminder. In front, one-timer, big save made by McYessie. Puck still loose, and now tabletopped in front of the net. It actually looked like Polikowski shoved the man out of the way and accidentally pushed him on top of one of the Grand Valley players, as he was just trying to clear the front of the net, get him away from McYessie, as all teams defend their goalie like that. 1:01 remaining in the third period. It's won back by the Mustangs. Now up top. They fire a shot back door, and it goes wide, poked away by McYessie. And now here come the Lakers. Under a minute. We got 45 seconds remaining. Here comes Cavateo, fires a shot, save made by Dodds with under 40 seconds remaining. Offensive zone faceoff for Grand Valley State. Their goalie stays in net. And the coach is telling him to stand in the top of the circle, so I assume if Grand Valley wins this faceoff, the goalie's coming off, and they do. As Schmaltz brings it back to Polikowski and shoots it back in. Now it's Cavateo. They're bringing him off. They shoot it across crease, and Cal Poly ends up with it. Here come the Mustangs. Going for the empty net goal, and it goes wide. 20 seconds remain. They center it. Another shot. This time it's blocked by the Lakers. It's Guthrie as he lifts it away. Here comes Guthrie. The puck gets lodged away from his stick and shot back in to the Grand Valley zone. And the clock will run out. Final score, Cal Poly defeats Grand Valley State by a score of 4-2. As this is the last game of the night, action resumes, I guess I should say this morning, since we are here on Saturday, local time, at 7 a.m. here on the Mission Rink. It'll be Saddleback taking on Merrimack. And on the Bauer Rink, it'll be St. Louis Community College taking on West Valley College. Those are going to be the next games coming up in less than 6 hours here. So make sure you stay tuned in to Roller Hockey Live. Again, final score, Cal Poly defeats Grand Valley State by a score of 4-2 as you've been listening to the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
This broadcast